Hello, I'm Tricia Murray and I am one of the trainers for Traumatic Birth Recovery 3-Step Rewind. The course was developed by Alex Heath, who's a clinical hypnotherapist, and Mia Scotland, who's a clinical psychologist. In 2016, I was one of the first people who went on that course, and since that time I have successfully worked with over 100 families. I find the whole 3-step process really easy to follow. It is overwhelmingly successful. You see the results in the people that you work with. You can see that their faces change, their whole posture changes, their whole outlook changes. It's a really powerful process, that 3 steps, and I'm so excited about bringing that training to Scotland and the northeast of England. The course is specifically for those who work around the time of birth and the perinatal period. So specifically for people who are midwives, who are doulas, hypnobirthing practitioners, antenatal teachers, yoga teachers, baby massage instructors, social workers, and people who maybe work with early year setting, breastfeeding, sling consultants, the whole spectrum. I hope I've got everybody there, but anybody who works with families around that time. So I did the course because I was working as a doula at that time, and what I felt was that I didn't have the knowledge to know how to support trauma. As a doula, you become very, very familiar with birth and perinatal trauma. And the reason why is people often will approach you for second or subsequent birth because they've had a really difficult previous experience. And you can feel completely helpless at knowing how to support them. So what I was doing at that time was I'd be passing them off to different practitioners who worked maybe in trauma, but then you were kind of losing that kind of connection and that continuity of care. And I really wanted to keep that going. And also know not how to make that trauma any worse, how, not to add to it. And I think that that's really important. What I love about the training is how accessible it is for everybody. I love the impact that it will have on all the families who come across the practitioners that come to do that training. Without a doubt, it's a really easy approach to follow, and it's really effective for people who have experienced trauma themselves. In the course, we will cover the whole spectrum of perinatal mental health. We will cover the symptoms of trauma and what they are and how they might manifest itself into families' everyday lives, how it affects them and their babies and their relationships with each other and with the much wider community. In the course, we develop understanding about rapport and about effective listening and how to aid relaxation. You learn about the rewind technique itself. You'll also learn quite a lot about solutions-focused wave therapy and how to use that as a way to support families to identify how their trauma is affecting them now and how it is that they want to feel and how you can develop specific goals. It's a really powerful approach that we can use to support the families that we are working with. After the training's over, there's continuous support that you can access in our Facebook group and through monthly supervision. You will be asked to submit a case study if you choose to become an accredited practitioner, and by doing so you then get listed onto the Traumatic Birth Recovery Directory. If you'd like any more details, I'm really happy to share them with you, and I'm just so passionate about getting this approach, this really simple but super effective approach out to as many families as possible, because the more we can heal that trauma and relieve the symptoms of that trauma, then the more families will have a much, much better start to their lives together and their experiences together. And I think that is a completely priceless, it's completely priceless that for them. So I just feel really passionate about it. So again, more details, do get in touch with me and I'm really happy to provide them to you. Take care, bye-bye.